Hi, my name is Andy Kaplan, President of Unicomp Corp of America. Unicomp was founded in 1979 and since that time has been dedicated to providing healthcare IT solutions to the office-based physician. Our products are in use by over 20,000 physicians in more than 35 states. POWEReob is one of several products we offer to help improve staff productivity by reducing the paperwork burden. POWEReob works by allowing you to scan your paper EOBs and automatically converting them into an electronic remittance format for automatic payment posting to your practice management system and to automate the secondary claims process. Thank you again for watching our demo. We hope to hear from you again soon. Before I get into the demonstration of the software, I just want to take a moment and talk about what exactly POWEReob is. POWEReob allows you to convert your paper EOBs that you still receive from some of your payers into an electronic remittance file that you can use for automated payment posting to your practice management system and for automating the secondary claim billing process. It will output remittance files in either the ANSI 835 or NSF format depending upon what your billing system requires, and it has a range of options that help ensure compatibility with your particular system. POWEReob consists of a combination of software that we install on your premises to enable scanning, file transfer, and task tracking, and also our services to provide the actual conversion of the paper to an electronic file. One of the first things we all want to know before we decide to buy anything is what it will cost. In pricing POWEReob, we have tried to remove as many barriers to the buying process as possible. The first way we've done that is to provide our easy-to-use yet powerful software to you free of charge. Then we priced our setup fee as low as we possibly could. Next, we simplified our pricing as much as we could by creating a price per claim rather than per line item that enables the typical practice to cut payment posting costs by at least half. And finally, we're so confident that once you try POWEReob, you'll love it. Our contracts do not ask you to make a minimum commitment to us, either in the number of claims you will send or in the contract length. They simply ask you to agree that if you use our service, you'll pay for it. I hope now that I've convinced you that POWEReob is both affordable and a cost saver, I'm sure you want to know if it will work for you. We already have a number of successful installations posting our remittance files to some of the most often used practice management systems. We've had so much success integrating with these systems that we guarantee it will work or we'll give you back your setup fee. For systems with which we have not previously tested compatibility, we'll do our due diligence before taking your money in the first place. And finally, if our confidence and commitment still leaves you unsure, you can send us your first 50 claims at no charge. We'll return the claims electronically, and you can post them to your billing system before you decide to proceed with any appreciable volume. So without further ado, let's take a look at the software. When you sign up for our POWEReob service, we provide you with software at no cost that facilitates the process. The software allows you to scan the EOBs and securely transfer them to us for processing, as well as securely receive the resulting electronic remittance file. The software supports virtually every scanner on the market by implementing both a Twain-compliant interface and a Kofax Adrenaline interface for higher-end scanners. The process begins when you load your EOB into the scanner and press the scan button. Once all of the pages are scanned, the pages are listed and the first page is displayed. You can click on a page number to view the page and use the toolbar buttons to zoom in or out, pan or rotate the images. Once all pages have been scanned, you may save the batch by clicking the Save Batch button. We are then prompted to enter a payer name or select one from a list of previously sent payers. This will help us identify the batch when we receive it. Once we've done that and click OK, the batch is saved. When we move over to the Saved Batches tab, we can see that there are 3 states that the saved batches can be in: unsent, and those are freshly scanned batches; sent, which are batches that are sent to us for processing but not yet completed; and then completed those batches that have been processed by us and returned to you. I'm going to select our just scanned batch. You can see that the pages are listed and we have the ability to view them just as we did when scanning them. I don't really need to do that, so I'm simply going to click Send. I'm prompted for my login credentials to our server, and I click OK. Once the upload is complete, I get a confirmation message with the assigned file ID in case it has to be tracked. Then when I close the window, I'm prompted as to whether I would like to check for recently completed batches, and I click No because I'll get another opportunity in just a moment. Now if I click on the Sent Radio button, I will see that my batch has been sent and is in process. I also see 2 other batches that are in process. Once again, I can view the pages in the batch if I wanted to. While we're at this point, I'd like to take a moment to show you what the Contacts button is all about. When I click it, I get a list of people that I would like to be notified by email when a scanned batch is uploaded, or when a remittance file is available for download, or both. This lets supervisors or coworkers stay informed throughout the process, and also alerts you to completed files awaiting download by you. And finally, clicking on the Complete Radio button prompts us to once again check for files awaiting for download. Since I skipped this before, I'm going to click Yes Now, and we will then see a list of the remittance files and processing reports that were downloaded. We can print or archive this report, and when I close the report window, you will see that the 2 other batches that were visible with our newly scanned batch when I was viewing the send files have now been moved to the list of completed files. Another thing that happened when I downloaded the files is the remittance files added to the Completed ERAs tab. When an ERA is selected, you can see a summary of the checks and claims within the file in the report viewer on the right. On the left side, you can expand the ERA file in the tree view, and you can see that we then list the claims in the file. Clicking on the claim lets you see the original scanned image used to generate the claim, and then if I expand the claim in the tree view, I see 2 additional choices. If I click on the View Formatted ERA, the right-hand side of the screen is split, so I can see the image and a human-readable representation of the data sent back. I can zoom in on the image to see it better and compare the image to the received data. And finally, for those more technically oriented, we'll let you view the raw ANSI 835 data. This can be good for troubleshooting should a payment not post as expected. One final thing that happened when we downloaded awaiting files was the addition of the processing report to the Error Reports tab. And if I expand the tree view of one of the reports, I can see that we had some errors. And if I click on one of the errors, I can see the page that was in error and why it was a problem. The last thing I want to show you is the last tab titled Payer ID Mapping. It's rarely used, but there in case your practice management software requires specific payer IDs for the remittances that we return. We return standard NAIC payer IDs when we can, but in some circumstances the practice management software requires the use of its own proprietary payer IDs. This table will allow the translation of our payer IDs to those required by your software.